Liver, first bite with a nice Chianti and fava beans, baby. You know it's gonna be a culinary delight. He was a Lithuanian cannibal. Hello, Clarice, and welcome to our final episode of the series where we fly, little starling, fly to YouTube
Oh my
to
God.
rank the posters of the Hannibal franchise. I'm Tom Stewart of Lonesome Whistle Productions, and we get a lot of podcasters here, but I can't remember ever having one quite so attractive. It's Mike Shantz from the How Dare You Awards.
Hi.
Welcome back, Mike. And
Hello.
first of all, I see you've come as Hannibal Lecter for this particular episode,
Got my prison
including
fatigue t-shirt. It's hard to
wow.
see,
And that's
but
his
that is
actual number.
B5160-8.
So did you have that t-shirt before we started doing these episodes?
Oh no, this is just a white t-shirt I had and I put a piece of scotch tape down it. Wrote down the bees.
Still, I appreciate the effort.
Yeah,
And it's interesting we were talking about MacGyver on our last episode. You kind of MacGyvered that t-shirt
very quickly.
and turned it into cosplay.
Last last second.
Oh, well, good for you.
My
Um
mask is in the shop.
Yes, well, I don't own a muscle, unfortunately.
Yeah.
My S&M days are long behind me, so don't have that kind of equipment lying all around the apartment anymore. But yeah. Oh, although I bet I've got a like a stuffed lamb toy somewhere. I should have thought about that. Well, here we are. We're at the
Yes, sir.
end of another series. And
I'll
this
say.
one is uh this come and gone pretty quickly.
Yeah.
With only three movies. We've covered the original and reboot for Patreon as well.
Yeah.
So you can get it's uh another example of us giving you the full series in one, which we try to do as much as possible. But we've already talked a little bit about our thoughts on the series. Is there anything left on the on the table? So it's hard not to come up with food metaphors
Yeah.
because most metaphors are food based, like
Right.
left on the table, ate it up, and others, and two other things. C3O P3O's head going in a circle. Uh, yeah. Any final
I don't know that
thoughts
I
on?
have anything to add
No.
other than two really solid movies
Yes.
and three, like one middling and two
Yeah.
not good movies.
That's interesting you say that because uh that means it's kind of it's literally an average. It averages out
Hmm.
over the five films.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it's just
That's
funny that because we talked in the last episode about the kind of outside space it carries in culture,
yeah.
the character at least, in one movie in particular. But it is interesting that as a series, it kind of follows sequel norms of the law of
Mm.
diminishing returns in terms of how good they are,
Yeah.
and maybe a little less so in terms of money, because I think if I recall, Red Dragon made money, but
Mm.
man, that poor Hannibal Rising.
Back to back prequels as well.
Yeah,
So it
right.
gets caught up in the prequel wave.
The loop.
Yes. Um, yeah, the feedback loop of prequels. Onion belting it to the extreme.
We're
So
really
yeah,
digging into that. This is the new phrase we've come up with.
onion belt syndrome. Yeah. Well, it
Onion belt
describes.
syndrome.
But that's it.
Style at the time, baby.
But that means because we we end on two prequels. The last movie in the series was made in 2007. Obviously, you've had one and apparently two TV series since, much to my surprise. But is it overdue for a revival? We haven't had a full-on
I mean,
reboot yet.
cinematically,
Well,
it's
we have had a full-on reboot, except it was posing as a it was designed to be a prequel. It wasn't designed to be a reboot. They weren't going to go on from there. They were
yeah,
just
right.
trying to reinsert
Yeah, an
that
actor.
in a movie, an actor into the timeline of the original series. So it's kind of doing the opposite of a reboot in a way.
Mhm.
Um, but that also means what that you I suppose that makes it impossible to do a reboot of Manhunter. Would you do one of Lambs? Is that how you would do it?
That's the movie that is the reference point for everyone. I mean, we already
Yes.
talked about most people think that's the first movie in the series, and it's not. It's a sequel.
Hmm.
So,
At least as far as we've defined it as a sequel. I don't know if there's consensus
yeah,
that it is, but yeah.
there's no two ways about it. I mean, it's a,
I yeah, I
yeah.
no, absolutely, yeah. But uh,
But if they were going to
you
tackle
could
this again with
argue.
a whole new cast, I imagine that's the movie they'd remake
I guess they yeah, they'd have to, which is
because they
uh,
already remade
they already
Manhunter. They could
they
go a third
already.
time, but
I get I don't know. You should remake. Yeah, that's interesting. Could they do a? Has anyone ever done a? Oh, I mean, has anyone ever done a second reboot? Spider-Man, I guess, is the thing that is the property that's
yeah,
coming to
sure.
mind. They've had what, two reboots
And
back
Batman.
to back? Three reboots, right? No. Yeah, three
Shoot.
reboots. Three Spider-Man reboots. Spider-Verse, Andrew
Oh yeah, I
Garfield,
forgot about Spider-Verse, yeah.
Tom Holland and or Hollander, I forget which is correct.
Holland.
Okay. Tom Hollander is the director of Child's Play. Is
Okay.
that right? Okay, I think yes.
Well, there's another actor too.
There are many other actors. Which are you which are
I
you
thought there was a
referring to?
Tom Hollander actor or close to that actor. He is
Hmm.
like I can picture his face. I can't bring a specific title of something he's been
Yes, I
in.
think you're right. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. I think there is.
Anyway,
Yeah. So yeah, so I guess that's a open question of will anyone ever return to the series on film? I can see them going back to the well on television at any given time, as we were saying in
yeah,
our
sure.
previous episode. In Matlock, MacGyver, Rockford Files, it's uh,
It's all on the table.
all grist for the mill.
But
Um,
I'll say this in terms of trying to tackle this again, I also think there's an outsized footprint of what cinematically anyway, they've done it for television of well, can anyone else do this role? Like they kind of think of it as just Anthony Hopkins' role.
but Hannibal's kind of shattered that illusion, no?
I would hope, but I don't know. I don't know if it translates.
On film, yeah, it's kind of
Like they're
sacrosanct.
afraid to redo it just because in a Hollywood kind of way they think, well, nobody wants to see anybody other than Anthony Hopkins do this role on film. That's
Yeah.
stupid thinking, but it might be their thinking.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? There's a real double standard there. I guess it's because of the kind of movie it is, because they're sort of considered quality prestige movies, or at
Hmm.
least,
At least the
aspiring
one.
to that. Yeah, one of the movies is considered that. Um, Whereas, in superhero movies can, recast actors all the time.
Yeah, sure.
Like, no one has a problem recasting Christopher Reeve as Superman. Whereas I would argue that that is that there's more folly in doing that than it is in getting a different, like, Max Mikkelsen brings out a whole new dimension
Yeah,
of Hannibal Lecter,
absolutely.
but if
I
you
think
think,
they think of it as like maybe it'll be different once Harrison Ford dies, but I don't think anybody's thinking about recasting Indiana Jones right now. And I think they think of it like that.
and at this point that may never happen. I don't know. I think just as likely he does a press conference that says, "Actually, I'm a Highlander." Okay, just as likely at this point as literally
is he
season three of Shrinking is about to launch on,
yeah, but is he a
and he's
Highlander?
driving cars and jumping around.
Is he a Highlander from just this world or from another planet?
Uh, Geist, Zeist. What was the name of the planet?
I don't remember.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is a surprise that you do not remember. Zeist, Geist.
Is this
We
important
what?
to you? You want to look it up?
No, I don't want to look it up. This laptop can only take one program at a time without going nuts. Um, we watched the version of Highlander where they omitted the planet. Um, the Poochie went back to his planet storyline, I think. But the
Did
original
we?
theatrical version, yeah, we did.
Uh, I know
We
that they
w we went
had,
back to the version where they're like
yeah. I
we
went
see
ape
them in
shit when I
prehistoric
realized the
times.
ozone layer shield was blue instead of red. I remember
Mm,
that because it's red in the original film. It's
yeah,
like, what the fuck is this, Tom? What do you have
we
me
saw
watching?
we saw a highlight. We saw yeah, we didn't see the original. The original version of the Quickening. I don't think is available in any meaningful way anymore, except on like
Ridiculous.
old VHSs, and I don't know if it ever was um, transferred to DVD even.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't remember how
Some
we got
bullshit.
onto
I
this. It
really
just
don't know how we got here. Let's
uh,
rank some posters.
yeah. Let's end that conversation because we can't remember what we were talking about and move on to a conversation that we can. Yeah. So as always, we've got some posters to rank. Um, by the power of iMovie.
You know what I love about that poster? I'll just say right away.
Go on.
They have the pronating nature of William Peterson's walk,
Interesting. Is that
where his left foot is
is there
Did you
something
notice
wrong?
that throughout the film?
Now, is that a choice or something wrong with the actor's legs?
Don't know. I've
I
wondered
don't
that for a
remember.
long time.
I don't remember it from To Live and Die in L.A., and I don't remember it from CSI. So I'm going to say that it's a
Okay,
choice.
interesting.
But it doesn't come up in the movie.
It does.
It does?
Yeah, he's walking like that the whole time.
No, I know, but no one
Oh,
says
no one
no.
references
Nobody
it. No,
says, "Will, that's a really weird way of walking. Tell me about that."
that's true.
So anyway, as you can see, I've since we've done the full series, I've included
Yeah,
all of the posters.
I knew
Because
you would.
why not? I mean, but going from three to five is not a big deal, and it gives us more of an overview of of the way that the images of these films have changed over the years.
Hmm.
Um,
This feels very Miami Vice,
you think so? I mean, the
color
precedent
scheme
that
wise.
yes, color wise, I mean, design wise, as indeed the the title suggests, the choice of title, uh, very much a kind of 1940s B noir look
Hmm. Yeah.
to both the title and the images in the poster as well. This kind of negative newsprint look
Hmm.
um, that they've got, which is it's just kind of interesting because the title and the poster front loads that, but the movie doesn't resemble that.
Right.
B noirs in the 40s were not at all like Manhunter.
Right.
Having watched several of those in the past few weeks, that's where the resemblance ends.
Hmm.
Um, except maybe there's a few kind of psychodramas in there that I can think of where cops as anti-heroes, I suppose, but
Hmm.
it it's another example I think of where there's a design concept behind uh the image of the movie that
It
doesn't really have
almost
much to
feels
do
like
doesn't really have much to do with the movie.
Andy Warhol related.
Yeah, yeah, pop art. Yeah, it looks
Pop
like
art.
I think that's a great pull, and that's hugely
Thank
surprising
you.
that you came up with that and not me, and I didn't notice that. Yeah, that kind of photo printing look. Yeah,
Yeah.
completely. Which and that makes more sense, I think, that kind of idea of pop art because I think that's Miami Vice is very much in that vein
Hmm.
of kind
All
of,
right.
pop culture as high art.
Hmm.
Um, whether it's, TV cop shows or music videos.
It's
Uh,
interesting that they have "It's just you and me now" sport, as though that's the iconic line of the movie.
is that ever said in the movie?
It is.
Okay. When does he say that?
I think he's looking through a window that's being
Okay.
rained on and just, you know,
Yeah.
sets out the store of drawing his line in the sand. Battle.
Yeah, and again, I don't think it's a strange quote to pull for a tagline,
Hmm.
and having pulled it and put it on the poster, it doesn't correspond with the image on the poster
Yeah, right.
because both of these are Will Graham.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
it's
the
just
top
it's
one
it's
could
just me
be
now, sport. It's just dot 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 me now, sport would be the way
the
to
one on
go.
the top could be a pull from like that feels like the moment where he's kind of looking out the that could be
Okay.
it. So, but it's weird. I mean, it's a weird poster, and yet I
Yeah.
like it in spite of myself. Like
I like
I
it too. I like it a lot. It's
so
beautiful. It's
yeah.
absolute. It's you take off the writing, you take off the title, you take off um the random
Random
tagline.
head tagline.
You got a beautiful piece of graphic
Yeah,
design.
I
I
agree.
mean, and you put that you like you say you put that up in a gallery without the posterisms,
Hmm.
and people would go, that's a beautiful piece of pop art right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got that. It's got that going for it. As a poster advertising this movie, it sends a lot of mixed messages and is
Hmm.
internally confusing.
Yeah, right.
Um, yeah, and the it's interesting. We've got the credits below. Um,
As we
I
always
don't.
do for posters of the 80s.
As indeed. I'm always intrigued where certain actors are.
Mm.
So, Brian Cox is above Tom Noonan. But
Oh, okay.
but he's got but Tom Noonan has an and,
Mm.
whereas I'm surprised it's not and Brian Cox. But
Right.
then Hannibal Lecter is kind of incidental to this movie, so it sort of makes sense.
as he's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, so who do you know the background of when the decision was made to focus on Hannibal Lecter? Like, what prompted
Well,
Thomas Harris to take a minor character from Red Dragon and turn it into a focal
oh, I just think
character in
it's the
Silence of the Lambs?
outsized reaction to the Silence of the Lambs film.
So even in Silence of the Lambs, he's a minor character.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Within that story, he's certainly given more space to breathe than Manhunter.
Yes. In the books too?
Mm, I don't remember. Tell you in the end of the month.
It's no good. It's no good for our purposes. By the time you come up with your opinion, it will be worthless. Wait, you haven't read all the novels in addition to watching all the movies, recording all the episodes, and
Right.
editing all the episodes and making all the Photoshop images? Lazy. That's what I call it, lazy.
I'm in the
Um,
process of reading.
and then I like the at the very bottom, um, based on what does it say? Based on the book Red Dragon by Thomas Harris.
Yeah.
Screenplay by Michael Mann. I didn't know he wrote the screenplay as well.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So it really is an auteur vision of the story.
Sure.
And maybe that explains why there are so many changes. They're kind of uh directorial adaptations. Like someone who's kind of like, ah, this will work better,
Mm,
as opposed to, Thomas Harris adapting his own material where he'd be like, let's make a version of the book. I think those are two
right.
different approaches to adaptation.
Well, I'm ready for the next one. Famous poster.
Very famous poster. So
And I'm
much.
actually upset.
Oh,
The Silence of the Lambs came out in that golden era for me when I worked at the movie theater.
yeah.
And we used to have auctions for posters. And I don't
Uh-huh.
remember this poster even coming up for auction. I just feel like it's a poster I should
Oh.
have always had, and I
Oh, I
don't.
see. So I thought you were going to be upset at me for picking the wrong poster, but this is the one you
No, no.
remember?
Oh, yeah.
It's sort of unquestionably famous
Yeah.
to the point where I've always known of its existence and not thought about what was in it. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like the poster was just what it was.
Yeah. Right.
And
Right.
looking at it now, I'm like, okay, so it's a face with a butterfly mouth with a crazy face on it, moth mouth with a skull face. Like there's lots to this poster, but you just
Even
kind of
though it feels simple.
yeah, it feels like it's always existed.
You know what's odd that I'm noticing just now is because famously in the books, I think Hannibal Lecter is always described. That's why it's there on the Hannibal poster and the Hannibal Rising poster when he's
Hmm.
actually on the poster. He's always described as having a tint of red for his eyes, like his eyes are actually
Like
red.
Darth Vader.
Yeah. And yet here, I presume this is Jodie Foster with but her eyes appear red.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge statement, basically saying Jodie Foster's the star of this movie.
Hmm.
I think the audience somewhat disagreed.
Yes.
I think the
Right.
audience maybe didn't get that message.
They didn't get the note.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, this it feels like this image has always been around,
Hmm.
but when you break it down, it's actually a lot of strange. It's a strange collection uh of images in terms of
Yeah.
content because Clarice is the investigating officer, not one of the victims.
Hmm.
But she kind of looks like the victim
She
here.
does look like the victim, right?
And if you watch the movie, you know that the victims have the chrysalis in the mouth.
Hmm.
So, and then the kind of, again, like the sort of photo print reproduction of the face look,
Hmm.
as if it's uh I don't know, like something she saw on the microfilm, which again
Yeah,
gives it that kind of victim, like a
yeah,
photograph of the victim look. And then the red eyes, as you say, uh
yeah. Interesting.
I think like imagistically, I don't know, this is kind of crossed over for me with what happens in A View to a Kill. Where that famous scene where the French detective Aubergine uh gets a butterfly stabbed in the neck with a butterfly. For some
Yeah,
reason, that overlaps for me.
for
That might
some
be a,
reason.
but that
For
might be
some reason.
that might be a personal a kind of personal predilection. Yeah, it's
I don't know. There's interesting stuff going on even within the print, like
mhm.
the stars, the Jodie Foster slash Anthony
Yeah, I've
Hopkins
never seen this
slash.
before
Me either.
in crediting. Is that to sort of put all these different actors on the same level? But then
Feels like
again,
it,
why would
right?
you only have Johnny Foster
Hmm.
only have Johnny Foster's image on the poster, but then slashes between the three stars in quotes of the movie?
From the terrifying bestseller.
Yeah.
So they definitely want to hook into the success of the book.
I like the title font. It reminds me of
Yeah.
Johnny Mnemonic. I'm pretty sure it's the same one they use for Johnny Mnemonic.
And it's
Uh,
interesting because it's all lowercase.
mm, yes, indeed, all of it.
And you never see that.
You don't see that, do you? Um, the director gets his little box at the end,
Hmm.
so you don't miss his credit. And I think I mean, that they're part of this poster is to sell the idea of a horror movie to people who don't traditionally watch horror movies, I think.
Yeah.
From the terrifying bestseller, books, how
Right.
you read books? This is like one of those.
It's better than a horror movie.
You know how you go to those art house movies where the director's name is the only important thing? Well, look, there's a little box around his name.
Yeah, right.
Uh yeah, it's and then it's so is this I don't know why I'm asking you as if you're an expert on insects, but I should ask Dan Butler from Silence of the Lambs. But is that a skull face on the moth, or is that just what moths look like on their heads?
Well, it's one moth in particular. He cuts it open. It's the death head moth.
Okay, so you are an ex. You are okay. So the death head moth.
Why not? I just watched the movie. Paid attention.
So that is what it would actually look like. They've not just
Yeah.
drawn a little monster
But
face on the moth.
but it's different here. If you go in really closely on the image,
I do not have the technology to do that.
it's this. You touch your pad and
No,
I'm very
I've seen Quantum of Solace. I know how it's supposed to work, but that's science fiction. We still don't have those capabilities.
but it's a bunch of bodies. So if you zoom in, it's
No.
kind of Christ-like with the top half forming the top rounds of the O's kind of out like that, and two bodies with your backs to you underneath it with arms out,
Oh
creating
my God.
the
Really?
yeah.
Is that true, or is this happening in
I
your
don't know
mind?
that that's true in life. That's
Okay,
true on the
okay, okay.
poster.
But is he sure it's in the poster and not just in your mind?
No, it's zoom
I
in.
can't see that.
Yeah,
Is it like this was around the time Magic Eye was popular, wasn't it? Is it supposed to be like a magic eye, or
I don't think so.
do I just need to kind of look to the right a little bit and then it'll start to focus in my eyes? I don't see two dead bodies there. I see a little scary face.
Well, that it's designed to look like that. It's designed to look like a scary face, but its body's forming it.
Tiny bodies?
The
That's
size
super.
of the bodies of the fucking head on the poster. Yes. Here.
Wow.
I mean, I'll here. This is so stupid.
You're gonna take a photo of it and show me on
And
the
send it.
episode.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, that just looks like that, but bigger. Okay.
I can
I
send it to you. How about
to be
that?
honest, when those Magic Eye paintings came out, I never saw the schooner. So
Okay.
maybe it's my
I
issue.
always see the schooner.
Oh, there you go. Well,
I don't know if
I'm willing
you're
to believe that level of detail is in there.
I don't know if you're able to get on your phone, but I at least sent the picture to you.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I don't need to go on my phone. I'm not gonna see it. But I believe. I'll believe you.
All right. Let's go to the next photo, shall we? The next poster.
Yeah, this won't take as long to discuss. Uh,
What a sloppy mess.
well, listen, I gotta tell you, it took me a long time to put this PowerPoint together. Not because I couldn't find the posters, but I just couldn't believe that the brightest version of this poster was this. I kept looking at online images and going, well, oh, that must be like a particularly dark version of it. I need one that's brighter so we can discuss it. And I just go through them all and be like, no, they're exactly the same. This
They're
is as
all
bright.
like that.
This is as bright as it gets. Like, why would you have so dark and muddy a poster?
They really are selling a movie that the movie is not, right?
Well, I thought you were going to say, and I think that's true, but what also might be true is they're selling a movie that they have no idea what it is. In the words of Homer Simpson, I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am. That's the
Because
movie Hannibal.
yeah, Hannibal, Hannibal in this photo, to me, is supposed to evoke Frankenstein type iconography. That's what he
Yeah,
looks like.
I mean, as I remember it,
It's like he's
Hannibal Le
been brought to life by lightning.
Hannibal Lecter doesn't have a scarred forehead.
Right, exactly.
Frankenstein's monster does.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's basically they're trying to make him look like a zombie, but
I mean, this poster could work for the current Frankenstein, not out in theaters, but out on Netflix now.
you know what he
The
looks
Guillermo
like?
del Toro Frankenstein.
Yeah, the Frankenstein that I'm racist because I don't like it.
You
Um,
haven't seen it.
how do you know I haven't seen it?
I know. There's no way you watched that movie.
Oh.
You don't tell me you watched
I
it.
thought twice about watching Blade when it came on Netflix, so um, I have seen that now though. You know what? They wouldn't have known this at the time, but do you know what he looks like? Even more than Frankenstein's monster.
Frog.
Gen is it General Snoke from
Oh yeah, right.
the Star Wars sequels? Is it
He
General
does look like
Snoke?
Snoke. I
General
don't know.
Snoke? A Supreme Leader Snoke? That's it. Supreme Leader
Supreme
Snoke.
Leader. Tall Snoke. I think they call him. Tall John
Tall.
Snoke.
I was just gonna say Tall Jon Snoke. Yeah, I was trying to think why couldn't I remember, and then I thought because what a ridiculous name, Supreme Leader. I mean, you think like Grand Moff is arcane, but it
Right.
sounds more official than Supreme Leader.
All right. Look, there's a lot going on here. First of
Yeah,
all, Anthony Hopkins names first. So now it's
and
like
and the
we
only name
have
you
our
can
new
see,
star.
yeah. Well, the only one of the
Yeah,
two
and you
names you
can't
can see
read Julianne
clearly.
Moore.
You can't read
Right.
Julian. Well, I think that's got to be intentional, right?
That's weird.
To trick people into thinking that Jodie Foster might be in the movie.
And then it's
So
amazing.
people like literally, you go into the movie expecting Jodie Foster, you get Julianne Moore, and then as you're leaving, you look at the poster again and going, "Oh yeah, it does say Julianne Moore." Yeah,
I mean, I just love everything about this because above title, a
yeah.
film by Ridley Scott. So that's self-important. The title Hannibal, we went from all lowercase to every single letter
Hmm.
capitalized. This
That's
movie is
true.
telling you or selling you that it's important. Whereas
A
the
hundred.
last movie
Yeah,
didn't have to do that
yeah.
because the movie was good enough to just be good.
And again, it's maybe they clocked now that uh, Hannibal is a cultural phenomenon. They don't need to just appeal to tastemakers anymore.
Mm,
So it's like let's make this as schlocky as it can be.
yeah.
Um,
And like look
yeah,
at Hannibal
Ridley
himself.
Ridley Scott gets a film by and also a little box. Johnny Dem Jonathan, Johnny Dem. Jonathan Dem only needed a little box to feel
Yeah.
important.
Like Lecter himself doesn't look necessarily scary so much as he looks like he just farted.
Hmm.
Like like he's the scamp.
Yeah.
Look what I did. You heard it. Don't tell me you didn't hear it. I farted.
What? Why do you think my eyes are red? Um, yeah, it's very strange, and again that short-sighted uh poster um language of this era where you put the date on, which is going to mean nothing in like weeks. February 9th, especially when it's February, you don't want to advertise the fact that you're a dump
Your
month.
dump month movie. All
Um,
right.
Yeah, and then you see David Mamet's name. Uh,
Unfortunately.
oh, a film by Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott gets three credits.
Hmm.
Not, I mean, and also a producer credit too. But even as director, he gets three separate credits.
And he boxed his own name on the bottom too.
Yeah, Boxed, a
A
film
film by
by
Ridley Scott, directed by Ridley Scott.
a film. No, it's actually a film by Ridley Scott, and then it says again on the second line, a film by Ridley Scott, and then it
Oh
says
my
directed by
goodness.
Ridley Scott at the bottom.
Amazing. Amazing.
I mean, if you were to tell me, like, okay, so this is a movie directed by Ridley Scott, produced by Dino De Laurentiis, whose name appears more on the poster, I would have never said Ridley Scott. I would have
Yeah.
always put money down on Dino De Laurentiis, but
Bet on
somehow,
Dino.
how many times? I think he's only
That's
here
great.
twice. Yeah, he's only here twice, which is for him uh quite modest.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
And then look at all the nonsense at the bottom, like
Yeah,
hieroglyphics
sure.
here with all the logos.
Yeah.
And the logos, the website address,
Universal
two
DDLC.
separate two separate. So wait a minute. So Universal and MGM made this movie?
I like that it says distributed by MGM Distribution Company, and then also has the logo.
How did it go from Orion to a Universal and MGM co-production?
Don't know. Rights are weird.
Very strange. It must be rights, yeah. It must be some people had this part of the property, other people's had this,
Yeah.
so we either have to work together or it never gets made. Hence all the Spider-Man movies now, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
All
it's
right,
not
I'm ready for the next one.
yeah. Are you though? Because there's some doubling down, especially on darkness.
Oh, I thought you'd have in order of year. I thought we'd be Red Dragon next.
Um, no. I was
Clearly
gonna
not.
say, do I have a compelling reason why not? Not really. Well, I mean, in term, this is even though it's a prequel,
Oh man.
this is this is kind of the next one in the series. No, it's not. It should be Red Dragon. Do you want me to go to Red Dragon?
No, this is fine. Let's make fun of
Not,
this one for a bit.
no, it's not. It's not fine. Uh,
So they're taking the last poster, which didn't work, and doubling down on it.
yeah, it's even darker.
Yeah. We still have the red eyes.
We barely. I mean, you can barely see them, but yes. As far as we can tell, their eyes are red.
Looks even less like the actor who portrays Hannibal.
That's true. Although,
Granted, we're
uh,
missing more than half his face.
again, is this them being slightly tricky and uh trying to suggest that could be Anthony Hopkins under there? Who can say?
Mm.
Are you surprised? This is not a poster related question. It's more of a general question. But are you surprised that Anthony Hopkins didn't appear in like a wraparound for Hannibal Rising, like a like a as a making it like a
No, I
flashback?
mean, I took him at his word. After Red Dragon, he said, I'm done. And he felt done to me at the time. Like,
But do you
I'll
think
do this for you. And then everybody shut up.
that that's the way they wanted it?
Mm, I don't know because it's based on a book and the book doesn't have that. Like, it doesn't time travel. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
Okay.
My guess is no, but
I was really surprised.
I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they floated a question to him and said, any chance cameo?
Like young Indiana Jones begins with the guy who looks like John Ford with the eye patch as 90-year-old Indiana Jones before Indiana Jones actually got to that age and still looked like Harrison Ford. Yeah.
All right. Well, you have the weird, it's like just love that Japanese mask. It's like we got to get him in his mask. That's his hero's costume.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they further the justification for everything that Hannibal Lecter has ever done by having it started with revenge.
I mean, that's what the movie tells us.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, you can't blame the
Everything he's
poster for
ever
that.
done
Yeah.
is okay.
He's just a vigilante who went a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Just a little, like I say, Charles Bronson five movies into Death Wish is where he
Yeah.
is when
That flautist was bad in his defense.
I ate
Comically
his
bad.
I ate his liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti. No dice.
I said to that flautist, this ain't over.
Over.
Anyway, I don't know what else there is to say about this poster. It's
Well, it's kind of interesting because they both double down and invert. So they double down on the darkness,
Hmm.
but they keep it more. Maybe because they also were like, well, you know, no one involved wants their name on the poster.
Right.
But it's like the year it's going to be released,
And just the title.
and then you can
And
see
it's like still all
faintly see the
capital
two
letters.
faintly see two production logos in the corner, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, all capital letters again, and I think they sort of, the it makes it look as if it's a movie set in the 17th century, not in
Yeah.
like, like in the time of Shogun, as opposed to the 1950s.
Yeah.
Right. It's not that long ago. You don't need to go all gladiator with your titles.
Because even
Yeah.
the Hannibal itself, it looks like iron or something, like
Do you think
made
the
out of
person
metal.
Yeah, do you think the person who designed this poster knew what nothing movie it was and said, "I'm gonna make that poster just to warn people."
Stay
I
away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it worked on me because I remember I had lots of opportunities to see Hannibal Rising. And I at the time I was at college, and while I got to see a lot of movies projected in my university, um the local movie theater was terrible and would only show the most crass commercial movies that were coming out. And I
Mm.
remember this being, on a particularly slow week, this was one of the few options. And I saw the poster and I was like, oh, no, I can't
Mm.
imagine that's possibly. So it worked. If that was their intention, it absolutely worked.
To repel you.
Like those marks that hobos put on on residences to show that there are bad dudes living there who won't give you any food.
All right. Well, I'm ready to see Red Dragon if you are.
You were ready to see with dragons some time ago.
Yeah.
Is this the one you remember?
Oh yeah.
Now what this is this is another kind of a View to a Kill association that's only in my head, but see if you can guess what it's actually a sequel this re this reminds me of imagistically.
Mm.
It's a particular image from a sequel that this reminds me of. And it's got nothing to do with this movie or the kind of movie this is.
Is it a prison movie?
No, Ghostbusters 2.
What? Why?
When
Oh, because he
the
kind of looks like Vigo?
Vigo's face is over
Yeah.
the river of
All right.
slime.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was thinking just in terms of posters. So I was seeing a ghost going like this with two fingers and thought, that's not what this poster looks like.
Well, first of all, if your tagline takes up two lines, it's too long.
Yeah. If it's like a run-on sentence.
Two full lines of text. To understand the origin of evil, you must go back to the beginning.
Which has already been done once.
Yes. I mean, any part of that sentence works. The origin of evil.
Yeah,
Understand the
just
origin of
done.
evil. Or go back,
Just the
yeah.
origin of evil.
Or
Edit. That's all you
go
needed.
go back to the beginning. Or the beginning. Or just the word understand. All of this is fine without the other words.
Oh,
Brevity is wit.
that's great.
But
Well, at
I
least
mean,
Anthony Hopkins looks like Anthony Hopkins.
it looks like an Anthony Hopkins headshot. Like if he saw that
Yeah.
headshot, I'd be, oh, I'd be happy with that. I'll get some Shakespeare out of this.
Yeah, excellent. He played Iago, I think.
No,
Famously,
yeah,
no?
Yes, yeah, he did very good. I think in the National
Yeah.
Theatre with David Suchet,
Hmm.
TV's Poirot as
Yeah.
Othello.
That guy's a good actor.
No, 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 no. That's I'm thinking it.
Uh,
That was Bob Hoskins. He has
hmm.
played Iago though, definitely. No, that was Bob Hoskins and David Suchet. Bob Hoskins would have been a fantastic Iago. Um,
So
David Suchet should probably not be Othello, but Onion Belt was the style at the blacking up was the style at the time.
yeah,
Well, I'm also interested in the parts of Anthony Hopkins' face they choose to spotlight
mostly
because
his nose.
well, that's it. Like, as a big nosed person, I wouldn't appreciate them drawing attention to the size of my nose in this fashion. I mean, I don't think of Anthony Hopkins having a particularly big nose. It's this
Yeah, me either.
poster that makes me think that. Now I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna rewatch The Elephant Man and follow the nose.
You know what's interesting too is that Baltimore institution doesn't have cells on both sides. It's just on one side.
Is it? Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
Just
right.
a wall
Wait,
on the other side. What's
isn't
going
that
on here?
just when you get to Lecter's cell, though? I'm sure there's something on the other side.
Yeah, a wall.
Is it just a wall, though? Aren't there a few before we get to Lecter?
Uh-uh. No.
Where does the guy say "Migs, you stupid fuck" from?
From the cell next to him.
Okay, I thought he did it from across
No.
the. Okay, yeah,
But I
that's
also
well.
think it's interesting that top billing goes to Anthony Hopkins. This is based on a book in which Lecter is not supposed to be the hero of the film. And it's not like Edward Norton at this time is not a name. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But the
Well,
series has
not a.
decided this is our hero.
I mean, still not a huge name.
He is, I think.
I mean, he'd only just done Fight Club
Yeah, a few years before this.
2 years before, and that's the movie.
No, isn't it
What's
that?
his breakthrough? Primal Fear,
Yeah, 96.
but as a supporting actor, not as a movie star.
Yeah, he's nominated for that movie. So he comes out of the gate swinging.
But I think,
And he done American History X and
mm, Ray Fiennes is again another huge name. I think, right?
mm-hmm,
Uh, Even Harvey Keitel, I would say at this point.
sure.
Yeah, I mean uh, and also the also an overlong tagline and a second tagline.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much tagline,
The first
whichever
and
way
most
you slice it.
terrifying chapter in the Hannibal Lecter trilogy.
That's just wrong. And it's also two lines again. They make the same
Yeah,
mistake again in the
right.
second tagline, which is also a mistake having a second tagline in the first place. It's as if they're really the people making this poster are really worried about the audience knowing what this movie is.
Mm-hmm.
Because do you think there are people who thought this was they were worried that people would think this was take place after Hannibal?
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't really matter that it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't, but it doesn't really. You if you're a demented grandmother and you watch this and you didn't know this was pre Silence of the Lambs, it doesn't really matter, does it?
That bottom of Anthony Hopkins' face, it doesn't really blend well into the cells.
No. Well, he's also not, he doesn't have that 1950s Cary Grant tan either
Yeah, right.
that he has here. And all the gold. Why
Hmm.
is it so gold? Why is it so? Is this some Spectre? Is it too yellow?
Well, I think this is supposed to be, when you go to the CVS now and you don't get the regular light bulbs, you get those that have the kind of orange tint over them to give your apartment a mood. That's what it feels like.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So is that why there are cells on both sides? He's actually in a CVS.
Yes, exactly. Those aren't
Um,
cells. Those are the plexiglass doors so you can get the deodorant and the
there's
Tide
some
Pods.
there's some serious upselling going on in the second tagline as well. The first and most terrifying chapter in the Hannibal Lecter trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It's
all.
his trilogy.
That's all hyperbole and lies,
Hmm.
right?
The
It's
series didn't
like,
start off as his book. It wasn't his
yeah,
series.
it's not his trilogy.
Yeah.
It's not really a trilogy. It's not the most terrifying chapter. It's not the first. It's the fourth.
Well, but I think they're talking book wise.
Yeah,
So,
from a certain point of view.
from a certain point of view, exactly. Uh,
I mean, if you go back to Hannibal Rising, they were trying to
do I
pare
have to?
down what yes, you are afraid so.
Okay.
Uh, they tried to pare down the image. And look
Hmm.
how busy this is in
Yeah, I know.
comparison.
And it's
This
like,
this puts the busy in business.
to me, it's really funny is you either trust that you have a good movie or not. And
Yeah.
this movie is like, no, this movie's good. You want to know why? It has Anthony Hopkins and Edward Norton and Ray Fiennes and Harvey Keitel and Emily Watson and Mary Louise Parker and Philip
And
Seymour Hoffman.
that the chubby guy from The Big Lebowski, don't you love
Yeah,
him?
yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it's the first and most terrifying chapter in the Hannibal Lecter trilogy. To understand the origin of evil, you must go back to the beginning.
they did them out of order.
Um, you know what? You know what I also think? When you get a book that was turned into a movie and now the cover of the book is the cover of the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what this looks like. If you picked up a copy of Red, there's an edition of Red Dragon out there with this
With this
cover. I
poster, yeah.
guarantee it, without even
Absolutely, right.
looking.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, uh, if we wanted to design a poster that could could be the cover for the book and the movie simultaneously, and that's I mean that's it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's making me already rethink.
your ranking.
Yeah,
And well, we go from the bottom, so
I know.
let's
So I
start
tend
from the bottom.
to
Now we're here.
I tend to well, I was about to say I tend to look at the visuals, but that's the thing about posters. Even if it just has words, like it's all visual. Like this poster has given me a book to read,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that
It.
feels particularly offensive.
I was gonna say. I think that the greatest sin of this poster is how uncinematic it is.
Yeah.
That's a greater sin than a bad poster that is visual.
Hmm.
This is a literary poster.
Whereas the previous two posters we looked at look like the book covers for ill-conceived Roald Dahl like kids book.
well, I wish there was a will. Given that the Roald Dahl wrote the script to You Only Live Twice,
Uh-huh.
I wish he'd also been around to like adapt Hannibal Rising.
Right.
Well, I mean, Roald Dahl is kind of he's written
And then
two
said Hannibal Lecter, let the rumpus begin.
he's written two because he's written a two-volume coming of age story, Boy and Going Solo. So
Yeah.
actually, I bet if you just added cannibalism to that story, it would make a better Hannibal origin story than the one we got.
Mhm.
Well, where would you like to begin if we're starting at the bottom?
That's tough. Mm, I got, there's this part of me that really wants to punish this movie with this poster.
Mm, I think I
But
think it's I think we're punishing the poster too if you pick this poster.
yeah, that's yeah.
I think the movie's better than the poster.
Yeah. Let me see those other two. Let me see Hannibal and Hannibal Rising. Dumb.
Dumber.
That's dumber. That's so
No, it's not. You think that's worse?
dumb. There's something about that Frankenstein fucking Hannibal Lecter that really just gets me. It
Boo!
makes me laugh out loud. Yeah.
Boo! Boo!
All right, let me see Rising again.
Or should I say, surprise! Jizz in the face. What am I going back to? Red Dragon?
Rising. Ugh, hard not to hate that poster.
But but which do you hate the most?
Yeah, I think maybe this one.
Really? This is going to be your bottom. So why is this worse than this? If I may be so bold as to assume that this is next on your list, which it might not be, given how much you
I
hate
know.
Hannibal. So why is this better than this and this?
I don't know.
I mean worse.
Um,
Sorry, not better. Worse. That's what I think.
I really hate this poster. Damn it. Um,
Words, images. Words, images.
that I think that's what
Words,
it is at the end of the
images.
day. Yeah, like I really should be punishing that other poster for all those fucking words. But but like you said it before about this poster is a warning.
Yeah, it is.
Like this movie,
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger,
garbage.
danger,
Like
danger,
this
Will
movie,
Robinson.
like you don't go see this movie is what this poster says, and I think that's the bigger crime. The other one
Oh,
is
I think that's a service. I don't think that's a crime.
that's not their job though. That's not their stated job.
It's like in the HBO Phil Spector with Al Pacino, written by David Mamet. They kind of make the case that Phil Spector put a fence around his building to lock himself away because he knew if he interacted with people, he would end up murdering someone.
Not
That's
to be
this,
trusted.
and David Mamet's never been wrong about these things.
I guess the other thing that bothers me about this poster is that they looked at the previous poster that came before it and said, all of that was really good. Let's double down on that. And that shows
Hmm.
poor judgment.
Well, especially as it was 6 years before, and they thought they could
Mm.
ride its coattails.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. all of that counts against it.
Yeah, I agree with
Bottom of
that.
my list.
Bottom of your list. Okay. Well, to me, ooh, this is the greater sin for all the
Yeah,
reasons
you're
that,
not wrong. You're
for all
not
the
wrong.
reasons that, yeah. In the words of President
In the words
Schwarzenegger,
of words, all the words.
in the words of President Schwarzenegger, I was elected to lead, not to read. Yeah, no, it's too much. I mean, it's just too much to take in, and a poster should take literally seconds for you to scan and understand.
Hmm.
And this is asking you to do a lot of reading and is just very it's an episodic poster. You have
Hmm.
to look at each section separately, which is not
Yeah,
not
right.
at all the point of a poster. You should
That's
it's
not what posters should do. You're
They should be a one unifying image broken into several small images. And this is just the several small images with no unifying through line. So this is yeah, for all the reasons we've talked about, it's literariness, it's fragmentation, it's basic uh shittiness of the
it's
horrible
got real
color.
people on it though.
That's the bar?
Yeah, I think that's
Whoa. A
I
pair of
think
recognizable human eyes? That's our
yeah,
bar?
yeah.
Fucking hell. We are scraping the bottom of the barrel. A glimpse of humanity. Um, and then I'll go Hannibal Rising.
Okay. Yeah,
It
my next one, I can't put it off any longer. Has to be Red Dragon.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I like the fact that this is a warning. I like the fact that it is very sparse and there's again,
I would
it's
normally respond to the sparseness,
but
but
it's too dark.
well, in addition, it seems to say like when you're sparse, it's like you can be because you have this great film
Hmm.
and they're lying. And I know they're lying. And I don't like their lying. So,
I don't think they are lying. I think this is an honest poster, and that's what keeps it from the It's terrible in its own right, but what keeps this from the bottom to me is the tagline is accurate, depressing but accurate, depressingly accurate for what happens in the
for what
movie.
happens in the movie,
Yeah, this movie has
what
nothing
happens in
about
the movie is ridiculous, but okay, go on.
the poster has nothing about it, nor does the movie.
Hmm.
And you look at it and you go, "That is a movie I don't want to see." And it turned out that they were right. But I mean, it's so dark, and it's so more than anything that the typeface is both um, misplaced
That's the
in
other thing I don't
and
like is that
tasteless in it, and then
typeface.
misplaced and tasteless in its own right.
Yeah.
And as you say, the problem with it is it takes a shitty poster and makes it shittier.
Hmm.
Uh,
Which leads me to think that both of our next posters are will
yeah,
be Hannibal.
it has to be. Yeah, I think when you can't see the names of the actors, something's gone wrong in the overall design process. I think, yeah, but it makes me think, was that deliberate? But it doesn't matter. It's like the movie. There's a good idea in here, but it's badly executed, and that's kind of what
Hmm.
it's like watching the movie too.
Yeah, sure. I can
Um,
almost put this all the way at the bottom just for the Ridley Scott hubris, but I won't.
yes, As well as like if there's a film he should not be proud of,
Yeah,
it's this
exactly.
one. You know, no one's gonna look back at this and say, "Oh, underrated Ridley Scott movie."
You
Um,
know what I don't get enough credit for? Hannibal.
I'm starting to second guess myself now. I think could this be worse than Hannibal Rising? What's good about this that isn't? Yeah, this is going to be my second bottom.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm looking as well at the nonsense on the bottom. Bottom line nonsense. All cat. So it's too busy. You can't see one of the stars' names.
Yeah, that is a
Ridley
big
Scott.
mark.
You see Ridley Scott's name too much. And Hannibal Lecter doesn't look like Hannibal Lecter, and he has scars in his forehead, which the character or an actor don't have. Yeah, this is definitely second bottom.
Wow.
This is way
Look at
worse.
you.
Yeah, way worse. Because it's obfuscating the movie rather than illuminating it. This is telling me what the movie is going to be like. This is kind of withhold information from me. I don't like it.
Well, I don't know.
I appreciate that.
It's this movie is stating that it's going to be Hannibal forward, and that's what that movie is.
If I see this poster and I'm to believe it, then Hannibal has to have become a zombie by the time the movie begins. Like that movie, what's that movie? Fido? You remember that with Billy Connolly as a zombie chained
No,
up? Okay. Pretty sure it wasn't a dream. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure.
but pretty sure.
He's like a zombie that's kept as a pet and sort of
Hmm,
domesticated
if you say so.
before Shaun of the Dead did it. So
Yeah,
eat that, Edgar Wright.
everybody's stealing. We saw Mystery Train. You're like, so.
Oh well, I mean, that's just ridiculous. How Quentin Tarantino can go around and not at least credit Jim Jarmusch with some of the success of Pulp Fiction is insane. I don't think I've ever heard him talk about Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah,
That's
and he
when you
talks
know
about
some
everybody.
yeah, that's when you know someone's genuinely stolen something when they won't cop to having stolen it.
Hmm.
Like I always had that bee in my bonnet. You can just turn off for this conversation. The band Franz Ferdinand sound just like the
Was
band
I supposed
tele
to
sound just like the band Television, but if they're ever asked about it, they get really
prickly?
defend they get really prickly and say, "No, we were never fans of them. We just accidentally sound exactly like them."
Mm.
Anyway,
Yeah, that sounds like Vanilla Ice. No, mine's different. His goes dun 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 dun, dun and mine goes dun 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 dun. Dun.
you see black people drive a car like this. Doo 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 doo. White people doo 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 doo.
Well, I guess the real question is, what's second, what's top?
Yeah. Uh Again, not an easy
I don't think it's
decision
easy.
because I think these have pros and cons too.
Hmm.
But, they have pros.
They do have pros. I'll say that for them.
I mean, for the rest of the posters, it's like, what keeps this from the bottom? For these two, I'm thinking, which of
How
these
many
is.
cons are there?
Yeah, this is you're ranking up with these two, I think,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of, but they're also, they're still they're flawed
Hmm.
posters. but they're both really striking posters as well, with a lot of good design work in them.
Yeah.
So it's about which is more kind of successful as a poster, I suppose, is where I'm probably gonna end up making the distinction.
I know where I'm gonna go.
Okay. Do I need to change the image?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Oh
go
wow.
Manhunter
Okay.
as second, and Silence of the Lambs tops it for me.
All right. So what took Manhunter down a peg?
I think it's one the thing that really got me, like right as you were talking at the end there, was the "it's just you and me" sport.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that's there.
And then, as much as I like this, I think there's just sort of a continuity with the Silence of the Lambs poster. And then when you, well, not you, but when I zoom in and able to see the bodies forming that head of the
Yes.
death head moth,
So you say.
like it's just working on a whole other level that
Yeah.
I must give it credit for. So this is
Mm.
second, close second, but tops goes to Silence of the Lambs. And plus, it's just from that period. It's from that magical period of my life where I was working at the movie theater, and
The one that got away.
yeah, I wanted that poster.
Is it the original you seek, or do you
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have
could you not
the
buy that
original.
poster now?
Yeah, but it'd probably be hundreds of dollars.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, after the last plot twist, I want to give you some more surprises, but I don't think I can because I think I agree with all of
Ah,
that. I think I
okay.
agree with all of that, unfortunately. I do
Too bad.
think I do think it's very narrow margins,
Yeah.
and I too think the tagline is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the tagline itself, which I think is misplaced. I think it's the wrong tagline, but also it shouldn't be where it is in the poster either, really.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I think you remove everything but Manhunter from this, and it's what I'm saying is I want this to be more like Hannibal Rising as a poster.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Uh, so I think yeah, close second, but yeah, there's just a lot more, and I think even if you can't see the two bodies inside the skull of the
It's
death
more
head
like
of the moth.
at least three, maybe four, five.
But now you've blown my mind again. I was looking for two. I can't even see one. Are you
Well,
telling me
the
there's four or
the
five in there?
at least three. And the ones
Oh,
with our backs to us, it's like their feet are hanging down, causing like what looks like in the throat of that death head.
it's all connected, man. You gotta look between the lines. That's the
You'll
that's
look
the
it
fl
up when we get off, and then you can zoom in and you'll see it.
it's because you're drinking that water with the fluoride in. It's dulling your senses, so you can't see the truth. Um, there's just even though I think the shortcomings of this poster is that it's when you sit down and think about it, it's a little bit confusing and strange. That
Yeah, I think
you
that works
you,
for it though.
you don't, yeah, I was saying you don't really need to get to that stage with a poster if the overall image is compelling enough, and I think it is.
Yeah,
Uh, and in the end, I'm glad they went with the image of Jodie Foster because I think she is
yeah,
the reason for the awards season of this movie.
definitely.
Um, the slashes are just such an innovative graphic design concept for the putting those that text on screen.
Hmm.
I think that deserves credit as well. Um, Most people will probably say that the typeface of the title is you know 290s and anachronistic, but it's right in my
I like,
comfort.
yeah.
Yeah, it's right in my comfort zone. I mean, it's not quite fat lettering, but it's pretty stretched. I like it a little
Hmm.
stretched. So, uh, um, and yeah, and having it all lowercase too. It's
Yeah.
so. This works better with this poster, imagistically very strong, but also uh uses text in a way that doesn't feel um non-visual.
Hmm.
Like they focus on the graphic design of the words, not just the words,
Yeah.
which is almost exactly the opposite of the Red Dragon
Yes,
poster.
absolutely.
I bet they don't even know that those are all different typefaces they're using. Bet they
Yeah.
haven't even thought about that. It's just how many words can we get on this poster? That was it. It was a competition to see how many words you could get on a poster without
Well, you
anyone
won.
pulling it. Yeah, no, this is
Props.
yeah. So how does our ranking correspond to our ranking of the posters to the movies?
Well, you have Silence of the Lambs at the top.
Yeah.
I
You have
probably
Manhunter at
should,
the top.
but I went Manhunter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a plot twist.
Yeah.
You only know that if you listen to our Patreon or are watching this. But I guess so. There you go. That you get that for free. Um, yeah,
You're different at the bottom of your list.
very different.
Yeah.
Hannibal Rising is third on my list, and yeah,
And the bottom of your watch list.
hmm
Yeah.
it's a bit of. I would say that once you get past these first two movies, poster wise, it's a bit of a free for all. I think you could
Yeah,
say
definitely.
anything you want about those three posters, and you'd be correct.
All three of them belong at the bottom of the list, but we
Yes,
we just we you gotta put up put them in a in a different place,
yes,
and it doesn't matter which one you choose. You're right for the bottom of
yep.
the list.
hmm Should what or should we say what we kind of informally agreed to?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, I don't think we're cutting out any of this. I think this is all gold. This cat and mouse game.
I
This cat
really
and
don't
mouse game. I was
remember.
like, whose memory is better
Well,
and whose judgment is worse? Go on.
are you talking about a single year and
Yes,
finishing up?
yes.
Well,
Because we
that's got real
excited yet?
that's got real house party vibes.
Yeah. Well, so we.
Yeah, but
I think
we should finish it.
I think we've sort of learned over time that there's no value in splitting up a series of movies in the way that we have traditionally done,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Because we I think I don't know about you, but I always get slightly uh scared when we get a series that is kind of over five movies
Yeah,
max,
right.
4 to 5
This
is
feels
the
like a
sort of
long time.
it's like okay, so that that's months
Yeah,
of episode
dealing with
time.
that movie. Right.
Yeah, yeah, just doing that one movie.
Or series.
Um, but when we've kind of rolled the dice and gone, okay, let's just last year we did two back-to-back 7 movie
Yeah,
series, and it kind of
and
it
I was
wasn't.
okay with it.
I was okay. Yeah, I was okay with it. Now, And the advantage is you don't end up in the situation that
We're gonna do
we've
a
ended up
full
with.
3 years of Amityville.
Oh, that wouldn't even do it. We'd basically be, I mean, we'd end up being the official Amityville podcast. I mean, they would like the people who make the movies would be like, honestly, you guys, you
By the
should be
way, we're not done.
recognized.
We're, we're gonna keep making these fucking things. Uh,
Um,
all
but
right.
when you split up series like we did with
Pink Panther and
yeah, you end up paying the piper, right? You end up like you have to there's you go, okay, well, this series we're about to announce now, it's 10 movies,
Hoofa.
and we split it into two sets of five. And at the time that seemed
We
like a
had a
good
good time
idea.
for that first part.
Did we?
Yeah, you had a good
Better
time.
time, yeah, a better time than we expected.
Definitely.
Yeah, and there were some nice surprises, and there were some nasty ones too. But well, I'll get to that in a moment. But um, I think at the time we thought, well, doing, and especially doing the five we did as well, the five movies that we picked, which I think was mostly for availability
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah.
I definitely thought, well, we got away with that. We looked out a little bit
Hmm.
with how bad it could have got. So we're really paying the piper now. So
Yeah,
in future,
definitely.
I think no matter how long the series are, we just do them all at once. But I think it's been over a year since we first did these.
Definitely.
Okay, so we really can't push it any
Maybe
longer.
two? I don't know. I'd have to go back and
It
look.
might be. It's probably closer to two
Yeah.
than one. So, but kind of because I don't, yeah. So I think now is the
We got to
time
get
to,
it up. We got to rip that
yeah.
band-aid off
We
for
got to rip
sure.
the. You got to very slowly over several months rip off the band-aid. So yeah, we're going back to do the remaining 2009 single sequels.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mirrors 2? Is that one of them?
sorry,
What's the one with Kiefer Sutherland? Is there a Mirrors sequel in there?
don't you add movies to the list that aren't there.
It's
Don't you
not
dare
there.
do that. Huh?
One of them has Kiefer Sutherland. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so what I've got of the remaining five,
Go ahead.
uh, Centrinians 2, The
Okay, you
Legend
lost
of
me.
Centrinians Gold, something in that basket.
Maybe they put it with Curly's.
It's Curly's is there. The DuckTales gold is Scrooge McDuck's gold is there. Um Messengers 2, The Scarecrow.
Maybe
Is
that's
that the
the.
one with Kiefer Sutherland?
Well, I think the original was with
Yeah.
Kiefer
This
Sutherland,
one, yeah.
not this one. Yeah.
This is I think Norman Reedus, I want to say.
Okay.
Uh The Cell 2,
Yeah.
Vacancy 2.
Excellent.
Is that already five?
That's four.
I'm on my fifth how am I on my oh, I'm holding the fifth finger.
Yeah.
I have it and S Darko, the
Oh,
uh,
wow. Okay. All right.
the non-theatrical sequel to
Hmm.
Donnie Darko. Now, the other impetus for this is that I've been, knowing that this day would come, I frequently check in on my Just Watch app as to which of these movies are available for free online.
Hmm.
And normally there's one, maybe two out of the five. And now we're at three out of five. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
look at that.
it's never gonna get better than this. We're gonna have to pay for S Darko, come what may. It's never gonna be free. I haven't seen it available to stream for free in the last two, one or two, however many
Even if I
years.
paid for all of them, it's $20, right? 5 films, $4 a piece, usually to rent.
Yeah, I mean, you spend that much in a morning on Apple, it seems like, but you normally do it for movies you actually want to watch.
True.
And none of these fall into that category.
No.
So, yeah, and it's a shame. It's a shame that it's a shame. Nothing we can do about it now, but it's a shame that we didn't mix it up more the first time around.
I agree. Yeah, we
Because,
went for the prestige 2009 films the first go around.
so let's see, those were getting my counting fingers out again,
Go
uh,
ahead.
which didn't even work the first time. I was like, is that five? Shay Part 2,
Yeah,
Crank High Voltage,
correct.
or Crank 2 High Voltage. I can't remember which.
I think it's Crank
Uh,
2.
I think it was one of those ones where it was sometimes Crank 2 and sometimes just
Oh,
Crank.
yeah, maybe.
Into the Blue 2,
Yeah.
which was the sleeper hit of that session. And Pink Panther 2?
Yeah,
Is that what it's called? Pink Panther 2?
I think so. Steve Martin.
Yeah. Uh
What's the fifth
and
one, though?
one more. What else did we do?
Mm, okay. Pink, hang on. Pink Panther 2.
Shay, Pink Panther. No, we didn't do the cell.
No.
We definitely did
Uh,
five. What am I missing?
was that it? Is it only nine?
No.
Maybe.
Well, is that why because we couldn't split it evenly?
Yeah. Because I don't remember another one.
Oh, how could we forget? I know what the fifth one was.
What is it?
How could we forget? The whole reason for doing it in the first place.
Really?
Halloween 2.
Oh my God. Yes. Jesus. Oh, that's terrible.
Literally the reason for the season. Remember all
Oh,
those
that's
dream
great.
sequences with Rob Zombie's wife on a white horse?
Yeah.
Do you remember when
Ooh.
when in real time any affection I had for the movie died on air when you pointed out to me that the first third of the movie was a dream?
Well,
And I didn't realize that. And as soon as I realized it, I was like, "That's
I'm
it.
done.
My
I
my my
quit.
love affair with this movie is over. Whatever patience I have is gone."
It's forever gone.
So there we go. There's yeah. So we're split. We're split right down the middle.
I'm trying to find my photos, my poster photos.
Hmm.
So, oh, it's been 2 years. It was January of 24.
Well, we really can't do it. We have to do it. Then we can't delay it any longer.
Yeah, it's time.
And it's we've sort of
It's the second half you didn't want to wait for.
yes, it's the sequel you didn't want on the Everything Sequel podcast. Yeah, and uh, so mo mostly this is gonna be a slog, but on the
Yeah.
plus side, well, on the plus side, we'll get it over with.
Yeah.
The other plus side is that I just had it, and that's gone. So it's that it's that thin. It's that thinner could just disappear like ghost like from your
Eating.
memory the way it did. What was the other part? Oh, it's a contemporary series, right? We're always like we
Hmm.
should be doing new sequels from time to time. And
Yeah, true.
I mean 50, 16. going on
It
17 years is
counts. It counts for us.
it still feels they still feel like contemporary
Yeah.
titles. Although some of these are sequels or reboots of series that go way back, like Centrinians. I think the original Centrinian series started in the 1950s.
Oh.
Donnie Dark. When was Donnie Darko? Early 2000s.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, and then I forget what the other movies are already.
The Cell. The Cell.
Messengers, The Cell,
Yeah.
Vacancy. Uh, Let me see how many. Apart from Donnie Darko, I haven't seen any of the originals of those.
I saw The
Have you?
Cell. I saw Vacancy.
Hmm.
Saw Donnie Darko.
Donnie
I
Darko,
don't
I've
think
seen.
I saw Messengers.
Well,
I don't
we're gonna
think
be we're gonna be lost when we do Messengers then.
completely.
Although I suspect, given that the title is The Scarecrow, we'll be fine. I think it might be a little bit of a story departure if it needs that subtitle. So I'm excited. I mean, we uh we certainly had a lot to say about that year that year in movies and how it was kind of the wheels falling off sequel filmmaking
Yeah, right, right, right.
and starting to take the shape of the sort of diaspora we have of sequels today. So it'll be interesting to see because
What the
they're
second
all
half of 2009 has
yeah
to offer.
yeah they're all in some senses unlikely sequels.
Yeah.
So
Sequels that did not need to be made.
yeah, that and maybe even sequels that people don't know exist.
I think
Probably all of them.
definitely for like Darko and Cell 2.
Hmm.
I don't think people know there was a sequel to that movie.
There's just a chance that we might get another Into the Blue too, as well. Let's not
We'll
close
see.
ourselves off to that to because I mean, you and I are hungry for like straight down the middle storytelling.
Yeah, right.
Into the Blue 2
Which movie do you think it would be?
really scratch that itch. Out of the three, make a prediction now.
Out of the five.
Well, no, I think S. Darko already has a reputation for being Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Um,
I'll go with Messengers.
I don't know what to expect from Centrinians, um, given that
Yeah, I can't count on that at all.
one of the stars of the movie is Russell Brand, so
Uh-oh.
I don't want to speak up for it before I've seen it. Okay? I'm
I
not gonna
understand.
I'm not gonna walk into that trap. So out of the three, I'm gonna go. I think Vacancy would be the one that
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
might be a solid film. I know it's the best we could hope for.
All right. Is that it?
That's it from me, and that's
And for
yeah,
me.
great. Well, thank you for coming and finding us on YouTube. We're always here. We always put our episodes up on YouTube, so you can stay on here to listen to the rest of the episodes on our feed, with the exception of our Patreon episodes, which you have to give a monthly donation to hear.
With
Yeah,
the beak.
indeed.
Well, with the
That
beak.
is.
Just a little
Did
bit with the beak.
you need to wet our beaks just a little bit before we are shot in the face in a hallway with a faulty light. Apart from that, comment on our YouTube videos here. Sometimes you comment on the episodes on YouTube. We love you doing that. You can also comment on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Blue Sky.
Look at him go.
Yeah. So lots of different ways you can get in touch with us. Lots of different platforms.
Threads.
Threads. I miss Threads. That was it. Uh, if indeed that exists at the time this comes out. And you know you can also a reminder that you can find us on YouTube, but I think we're available on pretty much any podcasting platform you can think of. And if it's not, then you're
Go to
probably
another
not
one.
it was probably not a real podcast platform. It's probably a virus in disguise. So so sorry about that, but nonetheless, we'll see you at the end of the next series, and next up we are going to be ranking the back half of the 2009 single sequels, and I suppose we'll have to rank them amongst the first half as well at some point.
Yeah, that'll be quite an episode.
The important thing is, by the time we've recorded our next set of episodes, it will be over.
We can move on to other single sequels.
Never again. I think that's it. I think that is gonna take the wind out of our single sequel sails for a while.
We'll see.
Or we'll just do single sequels from now until the end of our lives. One of the two. But
Sounds good.
anyway, it was a pleasure eating you.